What a crazy way to start this week's round in the Euroleague. With 5 out of the 7 games ending in single digits, tonight was proof that every game matters, and there's no better example of that than the game between Olympiacos and ASVEL. Coming off of wins against Panathinaikos, Barcelona and Real Madrid, you would think that Olympiacos would cruise against ASVEL on their home court. However, ASVEL jumped to an early lead in the first quarter, which they controlled until the game's last 2 minutes. And that is when Olympiacos shifted gears and started putting the pressure on them.
Walkup. Wow, Thomas Walkup steps up. Huge from him.
Olympiacos held ASVEL scoreless for more than 2 minutes, and the visitors desperately needed a spark on offense.
Bayern Munich says, yes, I can.
Nothing was over yet, as Sasha Vezenkov missed both free throws and gave them one last chance to come back in it.
They gotta go for it. Maladon lobs coast to coast, and Dye can't get the shot away.
Unfortunately for ASVEL, you don't get moral victories in the Euroleague. Despite playing good basketball, this was their 5th straight loss, which ties them with Alba Berlin for the longest losing streak in the league. However, the undermanned Alba showed great fight at home and went toe-to-toe with Milano. It was a game of scoring runs in the first 3 quarters, in which Milano managed to have control of the lead throughout. The visitors used Alba's shortened rotation to their advantage, going to the 4th with a 10-point lead. But the Albatrosses showed resilience and made it a tight contest once again going into the last 3 minutes of the game.
Williams taking on Day, still going here. Oh, beautifully done. Improvised something out of nothing there, Trevion Williams.
The game was far from over, as Alba was chipping away at Milano's lead, while they tried everything in their power to keep Alba at arm's length. Going down to the wire, both teams had the chance to seal it with a potential game winner of their own.
Looking to take on Mirotic, he's got to take it on, it's going to go! Spaniolo comes up short and we are going to overtime.
It seems that overtime was inevitable. However, in OT, the momentum was shifted towards Alba as they jumped to a lead early on and just had to maintain it for the rest of the period.
Will get it, hangs it up there, and Procida has done an unbelievable job. Unbelievable!
Alba was amazing in the overtime and deservingly got the hard-fought win. They finally snapped their 5-game losing streak and managed to protect their home court. And Monaco was on pace to do the same against Zvezda in Salé Gaston, but Zvezda showed tremendous effort in the second half. Led by Filip Petrušev and Cody Miller-McIntyre, Zvezda not only came back from a double-digit deficit, but they managed to take over the lead a couple of times in the third.
Count the bucket. Terrific work on the rip and run from Cody Miller-McIntyre.
So, heading into the last period of action, the score was tied, and that's when Red Star made another run, this time for an 84-76 lead.
Teodosic pulls up for 3 and drops it.
2 straight 3-pointers from Miloš Teodosic were more than enough for Zvezda to take over the control of the game. In addition to that, Petrušev was playing the game of his life, scoring 25 points on his way to a 38 player index rating. Fantastic performance from Crvena Zvezda as they now improved to 5-4, just 1 game behind Panathinaikos, who had a tough battle as well, this time against Maccabi in Oaxaca. Maccabi had a 10-point lead at halftime, as Panathinaikos was struggling to find their offensive rhythm. The Greens stepped their game up in the second half though, turning defense into offense to cut down on Maccabi's lead. They entered the 4th quarter with only a 3-point deficit, and that's when Kendrick Nunn and Cedi Osman took over.
Airlines Euroleague, where every game matters. Kendrick Nunn for the tie, and they feel finally so.
Nunn and Osman combined for 21 of Panathinaikos' 33 fourth-quarter points. And when the game was going down to the wire, Juancho Hernan-Gomez closed the curtains to send Maccabi back home.
Juancho Hernan-Gomez this season has become the man. The 3 for the win, and Panathinaikos will put Maccabi to bed.
A big-time performance from Panathinaikos to secure their 6th win of the season. Over in Istanbul, Fenerbahce desperately needed a big performance themselves as the Turkish side faced Bayern Munich in the battle of the top teams. The Germans came in ready to play, however they only had strength for 1 good quarter. Fener took over after the first 10 minutes, especially in the second half, with Nigel Hayes scoring all 25 of his points in the last 2 quarters.
What a move from Nigel Hayes-Davis, spinning away.
A great performance from Fenerbahce as they now sit at the top of the standings after 9 rounds. It was a good day for Turkish basketball as Anadolu Efes had a great game as well. Facing Baskonia away, Efes had a tough challenge ahead of them, bringing Baskonia their first home loss of the season, and they were ready to take on the task as they jumped to a 15-point lead in the first half.
That's a bomb. Got it! Anadolu Efes with their largest lead of the night.
Baskonia showed why they were unbeaten at home and managed to slice the deficit. However, they needed a bigger push to take over the game. Marcus Howard was completely neutralized, not scoring a single point throughout the game, and that's why Baskonia could not get to a lead larger than 3. Efes' team effort on both offense and defense was keeping them alive on one of the toughest courts in the Euroleague, as we were up for a dramatic ending.
And they lead by 2. At least they did to seal it. Baskonia have plenty of fouls to give Bryant. Got it! Elijah Bryant stands tall. Moneke is his go-to. And look at this. Elijah Bryant stands tall here.
A huge and much-needed confidence booster win for Efes. And Real Madrid were looking for the same outcome against Virtus to finally snap their 3-game losing streak. And they did just that, as the Los Blancos out-rebounded, outshot, and completely outplayed Virtus in every aspect of the game. Facundo Campazzo led the Real Madrid offense to absolute perfection, dishing out 9 assists with 0 turnovers, more than enough for a confident Real Madrid victory. Another thrilling night of EuroLeague games that comes just a day after we witnessed the boiling hot atmosphere in the finish between Paris and Partizan, so you gotta check out what happened right here in this video. Talk to you in the next one, peace out.